How do you ensure that your resume passes through the ATS and lands in front of the recruiter? That is where keywords comes in. There are some certain keywords in that role that you need to add to your resume. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining today's video. From the title, I know you know what what we want to talk about today. Yes, how I got 2 good jobs in Canada within 3 months of landing, and how you can also position yourself to do the same. But before we continue, I'd like to say this. I'm a firm believer of it is not of him that willeth nor runneth, but of God that shows mercy. I truly believe that work as hard as you can and pray as hard as you can. Yes. In trying to position yourself to quickly find a job when you land in Canada, you have to start from somewhere, right? And that brings me to the job boards. We have some very good job boards where jobs are posted every day. Some, for example, like LinkedIn, we have Indeed.ca, we have ZipRecruiter, and we have some other ones. I'm going to post some of them in the description channel. Now, one thing I want to recommend is create a profile on these job boards. Indeed.ca, ZipRecruiter, and all of that. Create a profile, put your resume in there, and put your contact details. I say this because recruiters go there, find profiles, that they're interested in, and then reach out to the applicants. So imagine you don't have a profile there. Recruiters might not be able to reach out to you. In fact, I know some people that have jobs now, but recruiters still reach out to them because their profile is still on the job board. So I'll recommend that you create a profile and submit your resume on the job boards. The second thing I want to touch on is your application frequency. Now, you need to set a target for yourself. How many jobs do you want to apply for in a day? Applying for as many jobs as you can highly increases your chances of getting a call back from a recruiter. So set a target. How many jobs do you want to do in a day? Let's say 10 jobs per day, right? You want to apply to 10 jobs per day. That's 50 jobs in 5 days. If you know you cannot do 10, for example, you can do 5. That's 5 jobs in a day. So for 5 days, you have 25 jobs in 5 days. Doing this and sticking to your target increases your chances of getting a call back from a recruiter. So apply. Keep applying. Every day, make sure you apply to at least 5 jobs in a day. At least 5 jobs in a day. If you want to do Monday to Friday, that's fine. Another important thing we need to talk about in your application process is your resume. We all know how important your resume is, or our resume is, when you are trying to apply for a job, right? The first thing I want to say is the Canadian style resume. When I was trying to write my resume, I made sure that my name, my email, my phone number, and my address was on top. When I say address, I mean your province or your locality, and not necessarily your actual address, just to give a recruiter the sense of where you stay, the neighborhood or the province and all that. So I'll also attach a link in the description box that will take you to websites where you can view different samples of Canadian style resume. Recruiters in Canada use the applicant tracking system a lot. That's the ATS. ATS sieves out resumes and ensures that the right candidate ends up in front of the recruiter. How do you do that? How do you ensure that the ATS counts your application worthy enough to get in front of the recruiter? How do you ensure that your resume passes through the ATS and lands in front of the recruiter? That is where keywords comes in. When you see a job, right? You see a job and then you see the roles. There are some certain keywords in that role that you need to add to your resume. Those keywords are what the ATS recognizes that allows your resume to pass through. Now, I'm going to give a couple of examples. Let's say content writer. Let's say you're a content writer or you're a content creator. It sounds the same to you, but to the ATS, it does not, right? So let's say, for example, on the job role, you see content creator, right? But in your resume, you are a content writer. You want to change your content creator job title to content writer. Even though it means the same thing, the ATS might not recognize that content creator is the same as a content writer. Another thing I also want to talk about concerning how to get keywords are the tools that are mentioned in the job description. So we have maybe must have used Microsoft Excel or must be familiar with certain CRMs or certain applications or certain tools and all that, and you have used those tools. Make sure that the tools that you mentioned in your resume matches what is in the job description. If you've used those tools before, even though maybe it has another name in your resume and it has another name in the job description, it might mean the same to you, but make sure that what you have in your resume matches what is in the job description. Yes, that is why they always say that tailor your resume to your job description. Sometimes you cannot use one resume for 2 job applications. You need to tailor your resume to those job applications, and that's simply because of the keywords, so that as your resume passes through the ATS, it lands in front of a recruiter, and that increases your chances of getting a job. In fact, there are even some websites that you can go to, that you can post the job description on the side, put in your resume and see how it matches. It will take you through the ATS and see if your resume matches the job description. So that's one thing I did as well. I would tailor my resume to a particular job description, and I would put in the job description, put in my resume, and pass it through the ATS and see how much what is in my resume matches the job description. Another important point I want to mention about your resume is what you add into it, apart from the keywords. If you have certain achievement that you have made in your previous job, please put it in your resume. Loud it. It is your achievement after all. So let's say, for example, maybe you implemented a strategy or you deployed a project, and that project brought in maybe millions into your company's coffers. Be sure to state exactly what your achievements are. Don't generalize your achievements. If you deployed a project that brought in maybe 15% revenue increase to your organization, state it there. In fact, you can go as far as stating the actual amount of revenue you generated for your organization. So you can say deployed a project that brought in maybe $2 million into the organization, or maybe you even implemented a strategy that reduced your company cost, for example. Put it in there. You implemented a strategy that reduced your cost to maybe 20% or all that. State your achievement, put it there. Don't generalize your achievement. You've done it, so put it clearly on your resume. Another important point I need to mention is LinkedIn. Most of the time, from my experience, the recruiter will check you out on LinkedIn. They will. And you want to make sure that your job description that you have on your resume is what you have on your LinkedIn. Because if it is not, you may probably not get a call back from them. They will be wondering what's happening. What you have is different from what is on LinkedIn. Now, your resume has passed through all those hurdles. It has passed through the ATS, the recruiter has gone through it, and you've gotten a call back. How do you prepare for your interview? This is where your soft skills comes in. Soft skills is very, very important in Canada. Your technical skills are also very important, but your soft skills are also as important as your technical skills. Two or three things I want to say is, when you have that interview, smile as much as you can. Smile, smile, smile. The second thing is your demeanor. You want to sound excited as you answer your interview questions. You want to make sure that you convince the recruiter that you are truly interested in their company. You have your technical questions to answer, no doubt, but your soft skills can be the determining factor whether you will get through or not. I've heard of recruiters, I've heard of people say that, oh, he's very good technically, but wasn't smiling. Oh, he's very good technically, but his demeanor was off. And you don't want that. So you have to make sure that your technical skills and your soft skills are top notch. When I was trying to prepare for my own interview, there was a particular channel on YouTube that helped me, and that's CareerVids. CareerVids has loads and loads of videos that can help you prepare when you have an interview coming up. Now, this is not an ad. This is what I used and really helped me. And I've also recommended this channel to some friends that they use and has also really helped them. That's why I'm mentioning that here. I'm going to put the link to this channel in the description box as well. So guys, those are the 4 major things I wanted to share with you today on what I did that brought me 2 good jobs within 3 months of landing in Canada. Remember, create a profile on the job boards, increase your application frequency, apply as much as you can. And third, your resume. The key points, put in your achievements, make sure that you have the Canadian style resume. And fourth one is your soft skills. Your technical skills, we know you have them. Your experience, you've done the job before, but your soft skills are also very important. Remember, your soft skills can be that deciding factor that can push you through that door when you finally have that interview. If there are some things that you also did that helped you land a job in Canada, please share in the comment section. I'll be happy to hear from you. Thank you guys for watching today's video and for sticking to the end. And please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.